You are listening to He Said, She Said, with L.A. Rob, and D the VIP. Oh, yeah. And we're back. You are listening to He Said, She Said, with L.A. Rob and D the VIP. And tonight, we are joined by a special guest, actor extraordinaire, starring in Most Likely to Die, airing currently streaming on Netflix, Chad Addison. What's going on, bro? Thanks for coming on our show tonight.
Hey, what's going on? Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know, when I seen this, because I remember we first met, you know, at a horror indie horror mixer. You know, right, and you know, it was cool. You know, it was vibing. You know, how these mixers are. And you were like, "Oh yeah, by the way, I'm in a movie. You know, check me out." So I check you out.
Yeah, right. Very, very networky.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, everyone. Yeah, it was one of those things. You know, everyone was networking. Everyone had a business card, or you know, everyone was doing something. Yeah. But you know, a lot of people say they're doing stuff, and then you know, rarely people are actually doing things. So you know, so it was cool to meet somebody who, you know, you were in this movie that's already been shot since 2015.
Yeah, we shot it a little over a year ago.
Yeah.
Now getting out there more.
Wow.
And it's on Netflix now, so.
Yeah.
Well, 17 at Most Likely to Die. Check it out. Right in the horror season, October. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know, and I wanted to ask you a couple questions about that because that reminded me a lot of the horror movies of the '90s. What was the production of that horror film like?
No, well, yeah, that's kind of what they were going for. I mean, we were going for the kind of like, you know, homage to the '80s, '90s horror slasher films. The production was great. We shot up in the Tenga Hills.
Okay.
Once they were up there for like, you know, a little over 10, 12 days.
Okay.
This remote big, huge kind of like cabin up in the hills. Mm-hmm. It was cool because we were like over the clouds really, and pretty crazy. But that is fun shit. I mean.
Yeah, and like I say, you know, you play a major role in it without, you know, giving away the spoilers. But in this slasher, you guys, you know, in this movie is one of the most unique killers I have ever seen in quite some time.
Yeah, it's definitely it had a pretty solid theme throughout. And they definitely used the whole graduation theme and the killer and the outfit he wore right along with it. So definitely pretty unique. So yeah, I agree. I mean,
yeah. I mean, like the way he was designed is it just made, you know, the graduation theme take on a whole new meaning when you see that. So I think that's going to be a very interesting Halloween costume. You know, this Halloween, because right now, we're in October now, so we're counting down to Halloween.
Get the whole cap and gown with the spikes and knives. I mean, I like it made the whole, like, you know, part of his costume is obviously the weapon he used.
Yeah, I know, isn't that? I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah. So how did you get started acting? Because I researched your bio, and I saw that you're from Massachusetts. And so how do you get all the way out in California, up in the Topanga Hills, acting in a horror flick?
Yeah, so I came out here. I came out here when I was 19, 20 years old. Mm-hmm. With a couple of buddies of mine. We all came from. We went to UMass Amherst, which is a big party school.
Okay.
In Massachusetts.
Uh-huh.
And then we ended up transferring out here to film school, kind of on a whim. And one of my buddies decided he wanted to do that. I was like, "Yeah, you guys want to go to California?" And I've always been interested in acting and whatnot. I mean, I majored in theater there, but I was, if anything, like learning how to drink and socialize.
All right.
But yeah, when we basically went to California, like on a whim, and then film school, and kind of got to know people out here, and then we've been there ever since, or at least those two went back to New York for a while now, but we were definitely out here for a while, the three of us. And I stayed, obviously, and pursued acting, and was getting involved in acting classes and all that fun stuff. And I went to film school for like TV directing, but
oh, nice.
If anything, I was like collaborating with those projects and just telling you about like, I don't really know why I'm here. I want to be an actor. I love acting. Everyone just laughed, but I was obviously I got taking classes outside of film school for acting. Really tell me about that even more.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So with this particular,
I was acting since I was a kid. My mom was an acting teacher, still is at the high school in Massachusetts. She definitely inspired me. I was doing like musicals and plays and theater and on the East Coast growing up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. So like when you first, read the script about Most Likely to Die, like what made you want to be involved in this particular production? What really kind of just did it? Was it the character? Was it the premise? The genre?
Yeah, I think it was a combination. I mean, a horror film is I've always been into horror, growing up as a kid. I mean, watching Poltergeist, Shining, and all those things. I think just the idea of being in one was fascinating to, every kid out there, or at least if you have any interest in that at all, in movies. And so, I mean, just a fun slasher film, and the whole thing about, like you mentioned, the 90s, 80s vibe really appealed to me too. How they were kind of want to do an homage to that, and a pretty standard script where it's like these people are getting killed off one by one.
Right.
And obviously, the parts I was reading for, there was definitely a lot of room to dive into as an actor.
Nice.
Some different characters and whatnot. And the combination of all of that appealed to me.
Okay. So you were in NCIS, Louisiana, New Orleans, and also in Grimm. So you've done some television. How does doing a movie differ from doing television?
TV is, they're both obviously very related. So it's all film, but TV is very fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
So you go there, you got to be on your game, and you're in no time banging out the scenes, and you better hope you get your stuff together so you can keep the ball rolling.
Mm-hmm.
And the movies is that you can take a little more time depending on the project to really talk about the scenes more, and talk about the relationships and the characters, and so it's definitely a little different. But all depends on the project too, and how many days of shooting there are, and depends on the director, depends on the crew and the cast, and what you're trying to go for. But yeah, TV's are definitely a lot faster, especially it's like half hour shows are really quick.
Okay.
Single camera, hour dramas. There's a little more leeway, I think, for talking about stuff. But
nice.
that's I would say the biggest difference that I've experienced so far is the pace of it all.
Okay.
Nice. Director Anthony DiBlasi, I seen his movie Last Shift. That's also on Netflix. That's really good.
That was a great one.
Yeah, I know, that was awesome. That's also streaming. So what was it like working with him?
He was awesome. I mean, the first thing we bonded over was both being from Boston, so that was really cool.
Okay.
Oh, he's from Boston. Yeah, so that was it's always nice to see people who are from the state, city or state out here. But no, he was awesome. Really down there, cool guy. I mean, he definitely let us do a lot of our own finding out of from scene to scene and playing around a lot with improv and I mean he has a warmth to him that really makes you feel at home on set, which is great as a director. And not to mention he knows what he's doing, which is very beneficial,
Yeah.
You went to school to actually be a director, so does that give you a different perspective as an actor when you're approaching a role? Since you kind of
I went to school for like TV directing, cinematography, but I wasn't trying. I didn't want to be a director. If anything, it was choosing choosing what to pick from the options that they had. And at the time, they didn't have an acting major available. So, does that answer your question?
Well, I mean, a little, because what I'm asking is, when you took the classes to learn how to direct, I don't know how far you got into the program, but if you took some of those classes, does that help you with preparing for a role or not? Is it just...
Oh, definitely. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think learning every aspect of it all helps you understand how where everyone's coming from to meet the ultimate goal of the end product, and also gives you an appreciation for what everyone's doing.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, the directors who will work more closely with actors and talk about their characters, and then the directors who won't work as much with you, and it all depends on the project. It all depends on, like it's a quick TV show. There's not a lot of time to talk about stuff, but if it's a movie and when an independent, production, there's usually a lot more conversations to be had.
Okay. Wow. So are you like open to work in all genres? Television. Do you like want to stick with horror, or are you just open to just whatever is
I mean, I definitely have my, I personally love the indie dramatic sphere. I love. I love comedy too. I mean, I'm open to everything. What I kind of tend to go out for audition wise, a lot of like bad boy roles and like punks, or it always changes up. But I kind of as of lately been landing roles in the horror genre. It's fun, it's great. I'm just grateful to be working.
Yeah.
When I'm working too. But, I love it all, but I'm definitely leaning more towards drama and that gritty, raw type of things.
So how do you go from being an aspiring actor to actually a working actor? Because there's millions of people who come here daily aspiring to be an actor, and they never quite make that leap. So how did you do it?
That's a great question. I the first 3 years out here, 3.5 years, I was doing extra work. So I was obviously asking around, what people were doing. And so I started doing extra work and just backgrounds on different shows. And me and my friends at the time we had no cars. We were like asking people to give us rides, like 3 a.m., 4 a.m. sometimes to go on set.
Mm-hmm.
We joined Central Casting, which is a big background company.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, I was doing extra work to get my SAG, to get the big 3 SAG vouchers. So once you get 3 SAG vouchers, you're eligible to join a union. Yeah, Screen Actors Guild. I think it's different now. Now it's like you gotta pay over $3,000 to get in. So I'm not sure exactly how it works, but my goal at the time was to get my SAG card, join the union, get an agent, get my stuff together. I think it's good to get your reel together and get, try to get into auditions non-union to get your reel together, and then obviously you want to get a good agent, and then you can get more legit auditions. I kind of went the standard route as far as getting an agent and get those auditions. And then obviously with a lot of rejection after that, that's the biggest thing that's really disheartening out here for everybody.
Yeah.
You gotta learn to love it, though. You gotta learn to love the rejection and understand that not every project is for you. I think persistence and consistency, everything. And I've been fortunate to, it's been up and down. Though it hasn't been consistent work either. So it's a very scary business.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can totally relate.
So when it's not consistent, what do you do? Do you work doing something else to fill in the gaps, or? I was working in restaurants for the longest time. Mm-hmm.
Up until I want to say like 3 years ago, I was fortunate to stop working in restaurants. But yeah, I was working in restaurants, odd jobs. A lot of people a lot of actors do restaurant jobs out here because of the flexibility. That we can work nights and then be free during the day. A lot of people do Uber and Lyft now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's always odd jobs, and you gotta do what you gotta do. Now, and as far as living situation, I was living when I first came out here in dorms with like 20 roaches and a roommate.
Right.
Wow.
So it was kind of like a And I remember like Koreatown, I had a place that was just moldy and like falling apart.
Right.
It reminded me of like the place in Fight Club.
Oh God.
The place they lived in, but like a lot smaller, like a So but it's been a gradual progression as far as living, as far as income.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, even directing and acting and producing, it's all related. I think it's just a very unpredictable business that we're all in. And
Right.
you gotta love it,
Yeah.
So, who are some of your favorite actors?
Some of my favorite actors?
Like, if you had to choose one person that you really want to work with, like this is the only person you could work with, who would that person be?
Well, my favorite actor, if I had to choose a couple of them, would be like Joaquin Phoenix.
Okay.
Ben Foster, I'm a big fan of.
I love them in Gladiator.
I like Ryan Gosling as that. It's like a film, Blue Valentine. I like Michelle Williams. She's one of my favorite actresses.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we can go on for days of like who we like, obviously, but
Right.
I would say Joaquin Phoenix is my favorite.
Now, what do you like by Michelle Williams?
Ooh, the thing that drew me to her most was the movie Blue Valentine.
Oh.
With her and Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
Yeah, I just thought that was amazing. I mean, gritty, raw.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I mean, she's great. I mean, everything I've seen her in thus far too is just, I think she's wonderful. Her, Ashley Judd, I'm a big fan of.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's a lot.
That's great. I mean, I was noticing like with you guys had a really interesting cast. I mean, you have Perez Hilton, and Heather Morris. Because I remember seeing her in Spring Breakers, directed by one of my favorite directors, Harmony Korine, and I was like, you guys had a very eclectic cast. Can you tell me a little bit about what was it like working with everybody in the cast?
Yeah, no, they were awesome. I mean, it was definitely a good variety of people. I mean, Perez, he was such a nice person. I mean, he was always on the computer working too. I mean, he has a business that he runs, obviously, and they get a lot of flack for, but that's his thing, He's doing what he got to do. But and he was so fun to work with. I mean, he basically played a version of himself too, which was it's making us all laugh all the time.
Right.
Heather was really down to earth. Heather was really cool.
I guess according to IMDb, you're working on the Sunday Night Slaughter.
Yeah, that's a little series that kind of turns into the feature film now. My buddy Ted's doing that.
Oh wow!
It's an ongoing thing we've been working on. So yeah.
So okay, it sounds like another horror. Something
sounds like it, right?
It sounds like it.
Sounds like some people may or may not die pretty brutally. That one, right?
Something about the slaughter, kind of.
Something about
something about the slaughter just what tends to make someone believe that it's a horror film.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that'd be fun to see the end of that and how it comes out. I think it's gonna be good.
Yeah. Right. Do you do any writing? Because you sound like a huge horror fan, but you sound like a person who really studies film and people in film. So, are you doing any writing?
Yeah, I'm actually I did definitely fall in love with the writing a little bit too. I'm actually working on a couple projects right now. I just finished writing my own script with a friend of mine who we're working on. That's going to be probably going into production in the near future.
Okay.
There's some people that we're getting on board for that who are kind of making a name for themselves right now. But and that's more of it's an indie drama character piece. Definitely not horror at all. And I'm not really like a big horror nerd or anything.
Of course. Oh, okay. So
even like a film, I guess I'm like a movie nerd more or less. But compared to people who know a lot, especially doing the film, so I think I'm definitely lower on that radar.
Okay.
As far as knowing things about even movies, I don't know, or actors. But yeah, I love writing.
So is writing the story that you wrote, is that about kind of stepping out, because you said it was more of a dramatic piece and it has nothing to do with horror. Is this your way of stepping out and creating like a different lane for yourself to ensure that you don't get typecast and that people are able to see different sides of you and your acting ability?
Yeah, I mean, that specifically is, I'm not even putting myself in it as a major part or anything. It's going to be a little supporting role.
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of coming from that from a writing perspective of wanting to write a story that people can kind of zone out and dive into these characters' lives and escape their own reality. And I mean, I love the, internal conflict and all that stuff, but definitely characters who are going through things emotionally, and I mean, the plot could be relatively simple, but you're watching them experience this whole arc. That's what I'm drawn to as an actor, as a writer. As far as being typecast, I mean, I just want to be cast,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah, I get it a lot. You don't want to be typecast and this and that. You don't want to just do these roles, and then you only get these roles. But at this point in my career, I'm just grateful to be auditioning and get out there when I can. And I think being typecast, if you're worrying about that, then you're in a good place.
Right.
Already, so.
Nice.
So, so for the ladies, like, so I saw your picture. I know you're a hottie. And how is dating as an actor? Because see, you get paid to pretend very well. So how do ladies take it when you say you're an actor? Like, does that help or hurt?
Yeah, man, I'm not a guy to go to like, oh, I'm an actor. I tell an actor what I do. I'll say I'm an actor. Yeah, I mean, dating. Yeah, I mean, I definitely have ups and downs in relationships. Right now, I have a wonderful girlfriend who's definitely my partner in crime.
Mm-hmm.
She's amazing. But so I'm not going out to bars and flirting with girls.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
These days.
All right.
But I'm a talker, but I don't know what I'm talking about. Yeah. What was the question?
The question was, I'm laughing at you. I just want you to know I'm laughing at you. The question.
I'm laughing at myself.
I know you. I can't see you, but I kind of feel a little blush happening.
Yeah.
As an.
I don't know how I'm answering this question.
Huh?
I said I don't know how to answer the question, but I don't know. I'm not that guy.
You're not that guy.
You're like, oh, I'm an actor.
So prior to being in a relationship, how was dating as an actor? How about that?
I think it's the same for anybody else. I mean, I think in this town, LA, you have a lot of people. I mean, everyone's something, right? Everyone's an actor, a model, a producer, a director, and I think all those things have been worked in the conversation so many times. It's what it is. I think being in LA is being in LA. I think dating in LA is its own thing.
Right.
Right.
So no matter what you are, I think you're going to be involved in that chatter.
So where can people see your work if they want to check you out? Is there any websites or anything that you want people to check out?
Twitter, any
Instagram?
Yeah,
or?
Instagram.
Yeah, I'd say Twitter. I'm definitely pretty vocal on Twitter every now and then. I'm Chad Addison on Twitter and Instagram. Facebook, I used to have a website, but it's not up anymore. And it fell off. Taking care of that. But definitely Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Chad Addison.
Okay.
Yeah,
What?
that's me.
Well,
IMDb. Nothing crazy.
Okay.
I don't have like a blog or anything anywhere, but
yeah, well,
you can definitely follow me on those things.
Well, it's so hard to talk about this movie without getting into spoiler territory. So I'm trying not, I don't want to say too much, but
Yeah.
I really liked your performance. I mean,
Let's just say we liked the ending.
We liked the ending a lot.
It was a surprise.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, it was a surprise.
So
So,
Yeah.
We definitely appreciate you taking the time to talk to us because we know you're really busy. The movie just came out a couple of weeks ago and you're already working on something else and you got writing and all this stuff going on. So we're grateful that you took a minute to talk to us, and we look forward to talking to you in the future when you have other things coming out. And before I let you go, you are from Massachusetts. You have to say car for me.
I gotta say car for you?
Yes, exactly. I love it. Exactly. Okay, so I have my little fix. All right, thank you.
Hey, thank you very much.
So look, to follow us, you can go to iTunes, tune in. You can like us on Facebook at He Said, She Said, LA Rob, and Be the VIP. There's a lot of He Said, She Said out there. So make sure it says LA Rob and Be the VIP. Also, you can follow us on Twitter at LA Rob and Be the VIP. And if you want to follow LA Rob's shit, his stuff, you can go to Mel Hondo, MALEHONDO at YouTube. Did I say everything?
You did?
See?
Well, no, wait, you missed one.
What?
Lord Tyree, LORDTYRE. That one is one of my older.
And I'm not calling him Lord anything. So that's probably why I messed up.
At least not on my.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Or off my